So, BuzzFeed, you think you know which Pokemon I am? Well, let's just see. So, where do I live? Cinnabar Island. It's an island. It's cool. Choose a gym badge. Water type, for sure. Choose your favorite game. So there's no silver, but yellow's a good second. Yellow's a good second. What's my best quality? I think I am very passionate, so I'll go with that. What's my greatest weakness? Perfectionist. I really do like to get things perfect. Who's the hottest? Nurse Joy for sure. And pick an evolutionary stone. Dawn Stone. What's my go-to attack? Gotta be Psybeam. What? Are you kidding me? Alakazam? You're telling me I got this nerdy Pokemon who carries around spoons all the time? No, wait, that's not right. BuzzFeed, you're wrong. This is why all your tests suck. This is just incorrect. I know I'm anyone but Alakazam. Pikachu. BuzzFeed, I'm sorry. Can I have Alakazam back?
So it was always a fantasy to wonder what it would be like if Pokemon were real, and I'm sure some people wanted to know what it would be like to actually be the Pokemon themselves. To experience what it was like being a Pokemon is an awesome thought to some people. Your attacks would basically be like superpowers. So here it is, a remake of a 2006 game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Takes this concept of being a Pokemon and kind of flips the script on traditional Pokemon RPGs. Instead of being a trainer, you become a Pokemon. In this world, you meet other Pokemon, become friends, rescue lost Pokemon from dungeons, and save the world. No, literally, save the world. Like, Pokemon Company, can you not think of a storyline that doesn't have to do with the players saving all of Pokemon kind?
And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation.
It's getting pretty repetitive by now. But narrative and world building aside, there's a certain charm to this game. And I wouldn't say it's nostalgia either. I've been away from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for quite a while, to the point where I basically don't remember it, especially this first game. So the developers have something here that is not just a play on memories. In my mind, they did a good job with the aesthetic overhaul. Incredibly drawn, unique graphics stand the test of time, and the watercolor-esque style works in the favor of levity the game tries to provide. Every Pokemon is shaded to the right color that you think, and again, it gives a nice pop and a nice difference from the art styles that we've come to know Pokemon for. Additionally, there are many fan-favorite Pokemon represented here, from Charizard to the Gen 1 through 3 starters and more. Basically, this game has all the Pokemon that were cut from Sword and Shield.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Well, among these Pokemon, there's some nice small points of humor and character development as well. Like, you'd expect Alakazam to be the brainiac,
Alakazam?
Tyranitar and Charizard to be the strong backup group, and Gengar to be sly and devious. And they are. But you never expect Xatu to love being tickled, or you and your partner riffing off each other. And none of this should come as a surprise. What the Pokemon Company does best is the Pokemon themselves. And to no surprise, what they typically aren't strong at is their gameplay. Truly, it feels like a 2006 game. Games have evolved since then, and the basic mechanics of dungeon crawlers are more expansive now than they were 14 years ago. While I'm sure the randomized dungeon crawling gameplay is perfectly fine for some, it feels like a grind and a chore to make it through all the side missions and storylines. And you need to do some of the grind to level up, get new Pokemon, open up inventory space, and more to help you on some of those longer dungeon crawling and battle experiences. The battling itself is like the duality of man. Either it becomes press A the game,
I don't remember boss fights like this, to be honest.
or an extreme test of strategy and resource management.
Holy... Wait, I might die here.
The game overall could be more challenging for the most part, and if it were more like the latter, I think it'd be a lot more fun. But those moments are few and far between, and really only come about when just a bunch of things go wrong.
No, that wasn't what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. What a time to be alive.
The game sets you up to expect an easy, maybe tedious journey, so it feels like artificial difficulty when these moments of difficulty appear. I know it's supposed to get harder later in the game, one thing I do remember from my childhood experience, but there should be more of a steady difficulty growth that is based on the development of fundamental skills like resource management, rather than artificial difficulty that comes from a bunch of Pokemon showing up or even the dungeons growing longer.
Nice.
Charming and lovable, but also tedious and too simple. That's how I would describe the game. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, much like the 2006 original, is likely not going to be the grand catch-all game, no pun intended. It's a spin-off of a popular series tackling a new style of gameplay and world building not allowed by the traditional RPG format. It's a game that had growing pains finding its niche in the Pokemon market, and you could feel it here. But the remake does a nice job of masking some of those issues with its polished visuals and characters. In the end, it's a Pokemon game. For fans, there's always something to love in it.
Alakazam?